Hello, I'm Judy Foote, Member of Parliament from Newfoundland and Labrador. Following is an update on what has been happening in Ottawa this week that I thought I would share with you. On Tuesday, the Harper government ended weeks of procrastinating and finally presented the federal budget for 2015. Unfortunately, Finance Minister Joe Oliver presented a plan to help the wealthiest of Canadians instead of presenting a plan to help the middle class and those working hard to join it. The Conservative budget will help those who need it least. Instead of giving all Canadians a real and fair chance at success, Mr. Harper is giving a $2.2 billion tax break to the wealthy through his income-splitting scheme, a program the Parliamentary Budget Officer estimates will only help 15% of Canadians. On top of that, Mr. Harper's decisions to raise the retirement age from 65 to 67 and double the limit Canadians can contribute to the tax-free savings account is being paid for by taking $28,000 out of old age security benefits for our most vulnerable seniors. Often the OAS is their only source of income. This will see many of them having to depend on the Welfare Assistance Program in the provinces for 2 years. These programs are far less generous than the OAS. The Finance Minister also made the claim that this year's budget is balanced, which is misleading. Make no mistake, this budget was not balanced by stimulating the economy and job growth. Instead, the Conservative government has taken money from the contingency fund, which is traditionally used by governments to deal with emergencies. In addition, they cut programs on which Canadians depended and sold off government assets that belong to Canadians. The reality of the economic situation in our country is that the Bank of Canada said last week the Canadian economy saw zero growth in the first quarter of this year. According to CIBC, job quality is at a 25-year low and declining. A Statistics Canada survey released earlier this month reported that another 28,000 full-time jobs had disappeared. Household debt is at a record high. 2/3 of middle-class parents are worried about being able to afford post-secondary education for their children. Young adults are moving back in with their parents because they find it impossible to make ends meet without a job. This move makes it difficult for their parents, who in return are finding it difficult to make ends meet, having to support their children as well as themselves. No, this budget was not balanced by sound economic management. This budget isn't actually balanced at all. This budget is more about politics than people. The Conservatives are more focused on looking good before the election than they are on growing the economy and helping Canadians in need. To help them do that, they continue to spend millions of your dollars on advertising. The current campaign to promote this budget and other measures will cost $7.5 million, your dollars. Every time you see a 30-second spot on TV, keep in mind that it's 32 students who didn't get a summer job this year. In total, since Stephen Harper became Prime Minister, the Conservative government has spent nearly $1 billion on this kind of advertising. I am a Liberal because I believe every Canadian deserves a real chance at success, and that budget should be balanced by growing the economy, not by using smoke and mirrors or creative accounting. Justin Trudeau and our team are listening to Canadians and making their priorities our priorities. That is what a responsible government does. Instead, the priorities of the Conservative government are to help those who need it least. A new Liberal government will cancel Stephen Harper's unfair income-splitting scheme, which serves only the wealthy. We will reverse the cruel decision to force our least fortunate seniors to wait 2 extra years to receive their OAS benefits. And we will make investments in those areas which will result in the creation of good jobs a priority. While Mr. Harper is focused on tax breaks for the wealthy, we are focused on helping you. Thank you for listening and for your time.